Well, thank you, folks. It is good to be here. I'll say that. I'd like to thank Mr. Sheets, his committee, and everybody that was responsible having me inducted last year. I know I had a stand-in. They tell me he did a pretty good job, but he wouldn't accept it for this time, so I'm going to have to do it myself. It's a pleasure to be here, and I feel like most of the other inductees that to be inducted in your own hometown is about as high as you can get around here. It's a wonderful feeling, and I think everybody feels about the same. Tonight, I have to kind of make up some words here for this young fellow I have to introduce. There's about a 10-year gap between us here. About a few things we have in common. He started playing his football in 10th Ward, and I started coaching the Federation in the same ward, so that's one thing we have in common. Another thing is we're both getting old, so I haven't figured out the way to stop that yet. And you all know all about his football, so I'm not going to go into that. There's got a whole biography of him in the book, and plus what was in the newspaper. But I know him partly from baseball. I used to play at Old Lloyd's Park, which was on Broad Avenue and 23rd to 22nd Street, where the Jaffa Mosque is now. Now, the reason I know about that was, well, I was, I guess, about 10, 11 years old, and we had our own team of little fellows like myself, and every once in a while we'd run short of baseball, so we'd string along Broad Avenue and try to get a foul ball, and that's how we managed to keep playing. So it was interesting. There was a lot of good ball players there, and there'll be a lot more coming along. So, and saying about Spook, sometimes you have to watch him. I know I was up the other day where he was working up at the golf club. I was sitting in the cart there with him. We were just talking, and I looked around, and then when I looked back, he was gone. Now, I don't know if that's how he got his name or not. He tells me it's because he can get away from tackles and stuff like that. Anyhow, Spook is a wonderful, wonderful person, a gentleman, for as long as I've known him, which hasn't been too long, but long enough. So I think it's an honor for me and a deep pleasure to present to you this time Mr. Spook Temple.